What's up everybody, welcome back to another Riding Dad channel video, or welcome if it's your first time either way. Very glad to have you. Today's video we're going to be installing this -2-inch upper clutch cable from Magnum Shielding, only company I use for clutch cables and brake, really every kind of cable and line on bikes. So yeah, we'll roll the intro, we'll come back and talk about it for a second.
Riding Dad YouTube channel, it's the Riding Dad YouTube channel, it's the Riding Dad YouTube channel, it's the Riding Dad, a thing that you
All right, so a couple weeks ago, or however recent you saw it, depending on when you clicked on the video, it's there forever. You guys saw I did this thrashing handlebar job, right? So mid-bend bars, 9.5-inch pullback riser, and thrashing top triple tree, not mount, just triple tree. So in addition to all of that, the final piece de resistance that's going to tie this all together and be completely done is gonna be this clutch cable. You guys will see some other parts in this video that I may or may not have covered depending on where in the sequel or sequence of these you're watching, but they will have videos at some point, so just check the Road Glide build series playlist on my channel to find out, you know, what product you want to look at or whatever if you want to ask or want to see them. But how this clutch cable is, or why this clutch cable, right? So this bar setup puts the bars a little bit lower than the stock setup. So this, I opted, they have chrome, sterling silver, or sterling stir, whatever they call it. This, which is the carbon fiber, they spell with a K, and then they have a black, which is called their like black pearl. But hopefully this has adjusted the focus and you guys can see. It's just kind of, it's not necessarily carbon-ish, but it's all the threading you can kind of see. So it does have that carbon fiber type finish. Basically on these newer bikes, I don't know how long this goes back to, if they were doing this, I believe they were doing this style, I want to say since like 2017, maybe 2018, correct me if I'm wrong, but anyway, with these bikes and most of them that are newer, they have a 2-piece clutch cable that is like a self-adjusting. It uses a plastic clip in the yellow tube, as you'll see. My opinion, it's garbage. I've always hated them. I think it's a terrible design. It's plastic. There's a decent amount of tension when you're adjusting a clutch, and now you're putting a lot of that in a plastic piece, and I just don't like the lack of adjustability. The whole thing is just garbage. So Magnum Shielding has produced the top portion of these, which is good to 2 points. One, super easy install. You don't have to replace anything at the transmission housing, like the clutch basket area, or not the basket area, but the other side of the bike, the right side. You don't have to change anything. You don't have to lose fluids. You don't have to do, it's just, you don't have to drop the exhaust depending on which bike you have. Super easy to do. So that in itself is awesome. And then the second part is, obviously it uses that same area, but it links directly to the metal, so the plastic housing is kind of garbage because that stays on the first, the plastic housing is still there, but the clip and everything is not how you adjust it anymore. So this will link directly to it, and this will pop in. And the really cool part about these are, instead of using that plastic dumb adjustment that they have from the factory, you adjust it like you do, hopefully it focuses, like you do a typical 1-piece cable. You adjust the tension with that, you take out the whatever, you take out the space in the line inside, and then you're gonna cinch it down with the locking nut, which is awesome because that's the old school OG way of adjusting cables, which in my opinion is still the superior way to adjust it. And if you can't be bothered adjusting a line like this, then don't do work to your Harley. The plastic adjustment with the clip and everything that is stock is just, it's the really lazy way of doing clutch stuff. And I know what Harley did is because people don't want to be bothered to do this, and it's cheaper for them. But if you are a rider who owns a bike, you want a setup like this. So we're going to, and this applies for whatever clutch lever you have, we're going to take off the C-clip on the bottom, which is relatively easy. Just make sure you put your hand immediately there somehow to cover it and take it away, because otherwise your pliers will pop off of it and it'll ricochet and you will literally never see it again ever in your whole life. Ever. So we're gonna do that, move the clutch lever out, pop the stock one in, or stock cable out of the housing, and all of that has to be done after we remove that red clip and push. To make it easier on myself, I'm going to push the line all the way down to simulate taking all the slack out of it like an OG cable would. put the clip back in to try to hold it there in place. Do this, and then we're gonna pop everything off at the basket, or not at the basket, at the little housing. You guys will also see when we're there, you will push the line all the way out once the clip is out, and this is out over here. And the stock line will come in, and the bottom line will come up and sit in there. We're going to use some pliers or a screwdriver, or somehow we're gonna get in there and pop that bottom line out of the housing, remove the whole top piece. That's gonna be trash. We're gonna put this back in, or not back in, but in for the first time. We're gonna put this in first and put that piece of metal, like the little ball on the end of the cable, we're gonna pop it into there, push this little, I don't know, chamfered area, wherever you wanna call it, into the plastic to lock in place. We're going to put the line up at the basket, or not at the, why do I keep saying basket? At the clutch lever. We're gonna put this in there, and then we're going to adjust it, which you'll see, but basically an old school terminology for it, and it still holds true today, is basically a nickel's width. So you can read the manual, you can see, but on every bike that I've ever had, a nickel's width is pretty much the gold standard. You're gonna put a little tension on the outside of this cable so it kind of fits flush, otherwise it's always gonna snug back in, and you're going to mess with the clutch lever and see the free play that it has before the piece, again, hopefully it's focusing, before this piece touches the actual perch area, and you just want a nickel's width, basically a free play before the clutch actually starts engaging. So let's go ahead and start this install. I've talked a long time. Let's go. All right, new clutch cable is on. I gotta be honest with you, I probably could have still went about 2 inches shorter just because of the angle of how this is. I actually bent this a tiny bit also, which this one bent, not easier, but it bent better. It just handled the bend better. I don't know, maybe I'll put it in some sort of like clamp vise and try to straighten it out, because if it came straight out, it'd probably be just a little bit better angle just because of how these are. They're not as far forward as the old ones are, so they don't go straight down, they go kind of at an angle, but that's besides the point. The point is it's a lot better than it was before, and it does feel smoother. Something to note, the stock Harley cables do require lube every so often inside of their housing. Magnum Shielding does not. They literally have a little tab on it that says don't lube. It's got a Teflon coating that just does not interact with the lube well. Everything went smooth. It went fine. Honestly, if I could grab like maybe like a -5 or a -6 inch from stock and reroute the cable completely to where this little notch is with the Thrashin triple tree and go like kind of straight down there, I think that'd be even better. But I don't believe Magnum makes one that short for this setup. So anyway, everything works great. Magnum comes with, I don't even know where I put, oh, there it is. Magnum comes with this zip tie setup that I have used in the past to hold it, but the way this Road Glide is, the mounts that it has from factory, like kind of little tabs to hold the clutch cable, it worked just fine. I didn't have to use the zip ties, which is whatever. They work fine. I actually might toss, no, I'll leave it. It routed pretty much exactly the same. It again is way better than the stock, but I could go another maybe -2 or even -3 from where it is just to make it route really, really nicely. But it looks good. This black here versus the chrome is a nice addition too. It just kind of really ties in with everything. And yeah, hopefully this install was super easy for you. Hopefully the video helped you. This applies to any top piece like this. It's gonna be the same pretty much. Just Magnum is my go-to brand, and I'll post a link. You just put your bike in and it comes up with all the available options for plus or minus, whatever from your factory length that you want. And their turnaround time is always great. They custom make every piece, so it's not like they got a factory, so it doesn't ship out the same day, but it usually in my experience has always shipped out within a week or two tops, and that's pretty quick for a made to order piece. So thank you guys very much for watching. Like, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, comment, check out all the build series playlists that are in the description, as well as the links for this product, all the other products for, you know, whatever the video is, plus the coupon code. You guys always have a coupon code from Tucker Speed because they hook us up. And that's gonna do it for the video. Thank you very much for watching. Until the next time, ride safe, have fun. Dad out.